So welcome back if you're coming back, and welcome if it's your first time and you're sharing guidance and everything to do with life. Thank you for passing by. You're most appreciated. Thank you. So let's just dive into what we have. And the message is, they live in your mind rent-free. So this could be positive as well as negative, either way. They are totally living in your mind rent-free. So, ever thought of why that person keeps living on your mind 24/7? And it's not like it needs any effort at all. It is so automatic that you hardly can't even resist it. You wake up, they are on your mind. You sleep, they are on your mind. You walk, they are on your mind. You do something, they are still on your mind. No matter what you do, no matter where you go, they are always on your mind. And maybe it gets even worse that everything that you see around you just keeps reminding you of them and even intensifies your thought of them. And them, what do you think are they thinking about you? Well, that depends on the kind of situation all that thinking is all about. It could be genuine thinking that is happening, which is positive, or manipulated thinking, which is negative, or rather, let's call it just projection. And that, my dear, can go on and on and on for so long that it ends up being a habit that you cannot do without. And you get to think about it all the time. It's like some kind of a trigger, and we wonder if it could also be labeled as trauma bonding when it's negative. Remember, the synchronicities that you see, those also have to do with the thinking thing. We are going to just try say it in the layman's language. In a simple way, it's just that when one thinks of another, you are sending signals and it surely reaches the supposed thought person. Only now for them, when they receive the signal, they either accept it or shrug it off. And that way, you either get back a signal from them too, and it continues being something like telepathy, or they don't own the signal and continue ignoring the signal and don't reciprocate the signal. And that also depends on the sincerity of the parties. When we look at the negative one, which is just from the mind with no real feelings but having motives, if it's a projection from one person, like if, for example, they're trying to manifest you, you will have something almost like love bombing kind of a thing that makes you feel flattered and has a strong impact in the sense that you also start thinking about them. It makes you feel like there is something deep, but you still feel like something was missing. Only you couldn't put words to it. But because it is not genuine and not really from the heart and only from the mind, it only lasts for a short period of time. And then you go on your life as usual and forget about it. After, of course, getting all kinds of confusing signals. You know, those hot and cold signals. 1 minute nice and clear, the next minute you get confused and unsure. And when it is positive and if it is really genuine, it just means that it is coming from the bottom of the heart and it really leaves a big impact on you. And you find yourself thinking of it often, that even when you get busy and seem as if you're about to forget, it will pop out again and remind you to think about it or think about the person, until you both are led to each other through these signals and you reconcile with each other. And it lasts forever. This is for the genuine one. Now sometimes, even when the thought could be genuine and coming from the heart, there could be situations where you end up being as if you are disconnected from each other because of some kind of interference. And it could be for various reasons. And some of them could be either somebody was interfering or you self-sabotage yourself and deny whatever intuition you have, even if both parties are genuinely thinking of the other from the heart. Now, when it comes to this, we have these individuals who are thinking of each other both having the other rent-free on their minds, and they sort of know that the other also knows and is thinking of them. Their intuitions are very high, but they have a lot of interferences, both physically as well as spiritually, that make them get so wary of how they want their lives to advance. And the whole aim of the interference is just to keep these people apart so that other people could use them to their advantage. Because if they come together, they will benefit from each other, and other people will not benefit from them. And that's why some interferences happen. It's like there are people who just want to siphon every good they have and leave them deprived always. And it is also known that if they come together, they will achieve so much. And this just makes others feel some type of way, because they think they are deprived of what has been given to these two individuals. And interference is made by these people to keep people away because of some sort of a barrier, either physically or spiritually. The two individuals end up doubting what they were thinking. Probably they just made it all up to themselves. And that is because they are manipulated to think that way, because of what people are saying around them. Some sort of like rejection spell, and they are like they reject each other. But this is not right, because that what is manipulating them makes them think opposite of how they should be thinking. It's like perception is turned upside down, and it's all delusion. In natural law, it's automatic. You think of someone and the other gets the message of you thinking. But if there is interference, then it feels like sort of like a disconnection. But that signal is still there waiting to be acknowledged. The minute you acknowledge it, the message goes through. And this leads to delays. If they feel like there is interference and they start doubting themselves, they are led to delays, making them to get confused about what they should actually do. And it gets worse when other individuals come in between and try to convince them to think otherwise from the truth they know about. That is why it's very important to be discernful. It's important to know what you really think. And when you deny your truth, you start swimming against the energy current and you stop being aligned to your true self. Then the struggle begins because you don't look for ways to get you to where you are supposed to be. And voila, you are stuck again. Neither going forward nor going backwards until you surrender to your truth. That is when things start going again. And there is that negative thinking, and this is one-sided, where only one thinks of the other and projects to the other. If the other is in wholeness, and the projection will not work. And although it might seem to affect you in a way, or the other party, you're going to shed off the feeling and choose that which is right for you, and the projection will be ignored. And the projector is surely to suffer and drown in their own overwhelmed feelings. They won't be reciprocated because they will turn it into something like an obsession if there is no sincerity, if it's just being ambitious. However, if they are truly sincere, no matter how long it takes, it will be reciprocated. If the other person who has the feelings projected onto is not in peace with themselves, sometimes they can get caught up in the web of the projected feelings and may mistake the projections for real feelings if they are not balanced. Until they come to good terms with themselves, the veil of deception will go on and onto them, because they have to know what they really want. And there are some insincere individuals who want to trick others this way, so they either physically or psychologically try to manipulate the way things are for their own advantage. Some really win, unfortunately, if their target person is not emotionally stable, and sometimes it does not work when the targets are emotionally stable. So it is important that we develop ourselves so that we do not fall for such cheap traps that could cause long-lasting traumas when the tricksters decide to just throw you down the cliff when they are done with you. And yeah, it's not that they manipulate for long-lasting results. They are just playing house for their own selfish satisfactions and desires. So may God the Most High always guide us and protect us from the likes and from tricksters, and give us sound mind to really be clear of the truth, and we are guided to our own truths. Amen. And we hope that helps. With this said, with this era where the generation keeps using so many things to create interference, it's really hard to know what you should do. Always ask God to guide you to know what to do, and you are surely to be guided. So I hope you all get to be safe in all ways, and you get to be clear. Amen. Have a great day. We'll be seeing you in the next one. With much love. God bless.